Welcome to the intro edition of Tiger Broadcast. I'm Reagan Clark.
And I'm Damien Days. And this show will talk about one freshman that made a difference on the track.
And we'll take a look at two LSHS juniors who chose to take a stand.
All this and more, intro edition of Tiger Broadcast. Lee Summit High School is not the only school taking part in the March for Our Lives movement. Reporter Maddie Dean and photographer Reagan Clark go behind the scenes to figure out why and how two LSHS juniors are so passionate about organizing this event.
I say safer, you say schools! Safer! Schools! Safer!
Schools! I feel like it's really being seen as something that could make a difference.
Seeing all the people come together as one, no matter what your background was, we all agreed on one thing.
Lee Summit High School juniors Sage Morgan and Allie Alvarado came together for a topic that is on lots of students' minds.
I began organizing the march because we have had some situations here in Lee Summit dealing with gun violence or close calls. And I realized, some people weren't going to be able to get to the one that was in Kansas City, which was considerably larger than what we were planning here. But I still wanted people to be able to fight for, what they believe in.
We were talking about everything that's happening and all the marches and all of the walkouts and things like that. And we really thought about, people in our community don't necessarily get a whole lot of information on these things.
Lee Summit High School, along with thousands of other high schools across the country, marched to bring a change to what many consider inadequate gun laws.
We need to have gun reform because right now our gun laws are so loosey-goosey.
I just think that not necessarily guns should be done away with, but that there should be more restrictions.
Gun reform hit a bit too close to home back in February.
When we find out that there's guns on our campus, or when we find out 24 hours later that there were guns on our campus, that it's really scary.
How did guns coming onto this campus feel? Well, it didn't feel good at all. That anonymous tip was given, and we were able to take actions that led to the situation being dealt with. The thing that's going to keep people the safest is if people communicate.
Communication is key when it comes to raising your voice.
As long as you stand up for what you think and what you believe is right, then you can change something.
We teens are the future. A lot of us can vote soon. I can vote in about 8 or 9 months.
People standing up for what they believe, I think that's a big part of what life's about.
Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, this is Maddie Dean and photographer Reagan Clark.
Running is definitely not everyone's cup of tea. However, one Lee Summit High School freshman thinks running isn't all that bad. Reporter Hayden Terry finds out why.
When you get super duper tired, around the second or third lap for distance, you get extremely tired and you just want to stop and walk, but you can't obviously in a race.
Freshman Emily Gifford is talking about running track here at LSHS.
Distance running is pretty hard. Sometimes we'll run all the way across town, sometimes upwards of 45 minutes to an hour of running. To work out for that long can be really challenging, and a lot of times you get injuries that you have to overcome.
Emily continues to honor one of the people who inspire her the most.
Dad, because he always told me to go the distance and always try your best and never give up.
I think some of the greatest ones are the friends that she's made and being able to be involved with other athletes. I think that's always really good for her. I think it's also good because we're really hoping that she'll carry this into college.
Track is not always hitting the pavement in the rain and snow. It does have its ups.
Getting to meet new people because you can create good bonds and friendships with everybody.
She has a very positive attitude at practice. I also have her in class, and she's a very hard worker in class. She always brings a smile, and she's definitely a good leader on the team.
It's clear to see Emily and the rest of the team are wanting to put in the effort required.
It just shows that the girls that come out for track are willing to work really hard. It's sometimes the weather, it's really cold and rainy, sometimes it's hot, but they're always out here working hard. Get on your toes, get your knees up, and push yourself.
With photographer Madison Getz, this is Hayden Terry reporting for Tiger Broadcast.
It's not every day that LSHS students get to travel outside of Missouri, but one student did just that and more. Reporter Kayla Bellamy finds out the story.
Lee Summit High School sophomore Katie Blau enjoys hanging out with friends and playing sports, just like most teens. However, there is something not so ordinary about her. She had the opportunity to travel to Haiti.
I've always seen like people at my church, like we had this thing called Mission Month, and missionaries would come and talk about like their experience going on missions trip, and I'd always thought it was really cool, and like me and my parents have talked about like me going on one for my senior trip, and so when my youth group brought it up at Fusion one night, I was just like, I have to go, because it's always like been something on my heart to do.
Katie did not go alone to Haiti. She brought her best friend.
The thing I enjoyed most about going with Katie was being able to go with my best friend and experience it with her and really just grow our friendship in a whole different level.
Haiti was a life-changing experience for these girls.
It definitely impacted my life. I feel like one of the main reasons is just being grateful for everything that I've been blessed with in my life, and just to like be more aware of my surroundings, and like to not be so caught up in like the busyness of life, and just like focus on like the small details.
My favorite part about the trip was definitely playing with all the little kids. Just seeing a different perspective of how other people live.
Experiencing this different view has definitely solidified what she wants to do in the future.
I'm definitely going to go back to the, it's called My Life Speaks, the organization we went to, and I was thinking like for my senior trip, maybe go and do an internship for a month, and then maybe in college take like a gap year and go internship for a year there, and just see how it goes from there.
The last day for seniors is quickly approaching. On this next story, Morgan Wiseman sheds some light about an LSHS senior that's able to be a three-sport athlete.
Many students at LSHS play sports. However, Izzy Shackelford stands out more than others.
I wanted to be a three-sport athlete, and so I was going to do swimming, but then basketball sounded more fun, so I tried out, and it was a good decision. I did cross-country freshman year, so I knew I could do it again, and Coach Jansen wanted me to try it, so I did.
Not only is Izzy an asset on the field and the court, she's also a blessing in everyone's lives.
All these activities I do shape me as a character, and they make me realize how blessed I actually am. It makes me try new things, and I'm not scared to go out and do something I've never done before.
Izzy is a very outgoing and fun person, so she has just brought a lot of joy to me and all of my friends, so it's been great knowing her.
Oh, I love coming into work and seeing her. She's so cheerful and upbeat. Very rarely have I ever seen her in a bad mood.
She never fails to rise to the occasion and do something to one up her dad.
I get my drive from my dad because my dad won't stop until he gets what he wants, and he will work hard and he will keep pushing for whatever he wants, and I'm kind of like that too because I always want to win, and I won't stop going until I do win.
As Izzy's parents push her to try new things, she sets an example for underclassmen and encourages them to try new things too.
And biggest regret of high school is not playing sports all 4 years.
I think anybody that can do 3 sports and do the studies and keep the grades up is amazing. I think it's worth the effort that you put out.
And don't be scared that you're going to get cut, because there's always a spot for you on the team.
With photographer Olivia Botwinick, this is Morgan Wiseman.
And you're going to have a fat letterman's jacket, and that's what's important.
Signing off for Tiger Broadcast.
Thanks for watching this intro edition of Tiger Broadcast. For sports packages and more, visit www.tigerbroadcast.com.
Or follow us on Twitter at TBTV8Tigers.
Once again, I'm Damien Days.
And I'm Reagan Clark. Now it's time for our 7 show.
However, Izzy Shackelford stands out more than others.
As he always told me to